Hey there, fellow travelers. Today, we're diving into a story that's got everyone talking. The recent chaos at Birmingham Airport. Now, I know what you're thinking. Another airport disaster? But trust me, this one's a real doozy, and it's got a lot to teach us about the delicate dance between airlines, tour operators, and, well, you and your luggage. So, buckle up, and let's get started. First things first, let's talk about the scale of this operation. We're talking about a very significant situation, according to Alistair Rowland, a former chair of the Travel Association ABTA. Now, normally, when bags go missing, it's just a few here and there. But this time, we're talking about the vast majority of bags not making it onto flights. That's a whole different ball game, and it's got everyone from passengers to airlines scrambling to get things back on track. Now, one thing that immediately stands out is the role of the tour operators and airlines. Technically, they're the ones responsible for your baggage, not the airport. So, if your bag is missing, you've got to fill out a missing luggage form at the arrival airport. But here's the catch. The claim is based on your contract with the airline or tour operator. Now, that's a bit of a headache, because it means you've got to navigate the fine print to get your money back. And let's be real, who has time for that when you're left without your belongings? Now, what can you claim for? Well, if you're left without your luggage, you're entitled to reasonable expenses. So, if you need to buy clothes, drugs, or anything else that was in your suitcase, you can get reimbursed. But there's a catch. If your luggage is missing for 21 days, the case is considered lost, and you're capped at around £1,300 in compensation. Now, that's a bummer, but at least you've got some wiggle room to get back on your feet. Now, one thing that's really interesting is the communication between the airport and tour operators. In this case, they were letting people know to give them the chance to get off the plane if they so choose. Now, that's a smart move, because it gives passengers options and helps to de-escalate the situation. But it also raises a deeper question. How can we improve communication between all parties involved to prevent these kinds of situations from happening in the future? Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. This situation is a perfect example of how interconnected the travel industry is. When things go wrong, they tend to go spectacularly wrong, as Alistair Rowland puts it. So, it's not just about the airport or the airline. It's about the entire ecosystem that supports travel. And that's where we come in as travelers. We need to be more aware of our rights and responsibilities, and we need to hold everyone accountable when things go wrong. Now, one thing that's really fascinating is the behind-the-scenes action. In a situation like this, I'm sure planes are being dispatched to get the bags over there. But normally, these kinds of issues get sorted out within 48 hours. So, it's not all doom and gloom. But it does raise a question. How can we improve the efficiency and effectiveness of these operations to prevent delays and disruptions in the future? Now, let's talk about the bigger picture again. Birmingham Airport is generally considered one of the best airports in the UK, according to Alistair Rowland. But when things go wrong, they tend to go spectacularly wrong. So, it's not just about the airport, it's about the entire travel ecosystem. And that's where we come in as travelers. We need to be more aware of our rights and responsibilities, and we need to hold everyone accountable when things go wrong. So what's the takeaway here? Well, for one, we need to be more aware of our rights and responsibilities as travelers. We need to understand the fine print of our contracts and know what to do when things go wrong. And we need to hold everyone accountable, from airlines to tour operators, to ensure that these kinds of situations don't happen again. Now, personally, I think that's a pretty big deal. It's not just about getting your luggage back. It's about building a more resilient and accountable travel ecosystem. So, the next time you're traveling, remember, be aware, be prepared, and hold everyone accountable. Because, In my opinion, that's the only way to ensure a smooth and stress-free journey.